Jeffries.
I thank the chair for convening this hearing and witnesses for their presence. We are in the midst of an extreme right-wing assault by an illegitimate Supreme Court majority on women's rights, reproductive rights, marital rights, family planning rights, civil rights, voting rights, labor rights, and the right to liberty and justice for all. An assault by an illegitimate Supreme Court majority and a right-wing movement here in this country determined to jam its values down the throats of the American people and strip away liberty. It's interesting to me that, Ms. Foster, I think you made the statement earlier that the people who support abortion care are extreme. Is that correct?
Anyone who would support abortion up to the baby's birthday is extreme.
I think what you've heard people within the pro-choice movement articulate is that we support a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive health care decisions. That's not extreme, that's mainstream. It's mainstream if you support the fact that this decision, reproductive decisions, should be between a woman and her doctor. We don't need Ted Cruz or anyone else involved in making that decision. That's extreme, what you want to bring about. It's extreme to criminalize abortion care throughout America. That's extreme. What's extreme is imposing government-mandated pregnancies, even apparently in some states, in the case of a 10-year-old girl being raped. That's extreme. That's extreme. It's extreme to unleash bounty hunters on the women and children of America. That's extreme. That's not pro-life. What's interesting is that the pro-life movement, often so-called movement, often says that we support the American family, so we support children. At the same time, these individuals vote against the child tax credit that reduced child poverty by more than 40% in America. That's not pro-family, that's anti-child. It's anti-child when you actually vote against a legislative effort to deal with the infant baby formula shortage in America. That's not pro-family, that's anti-child. It's anti-child when Republican governor after Republican governor in this country refused to expand access to Medicaid, which supports women and children. So spare us the lectures and the phony rhetoric about being pro-family, when in instance after instance after instance you behave in an extreme way that's anti-child, that's anti-family. Now, Professor Murray, you are familiar with the fact that several Supreme Court justices during their Senate testimony seemed to strongly suggest that they viewed Roe v. Wade as settled law. Is that right?
That's correct, Representative Jeffries.
And several of those individuals who testified that Roe v. Wade was settled law, suggesting that they weren't going to touch it for a variety of reasons, stare decisis, the principle of reliance interest that is a big part of Supreme Court jurisprudence, then turned around the first chance they got and stripped away a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive health care decisions. Is that true?
That's correct.
And now these same justices, some of them, are suggesting we don't have to worry about stripping away the freedom of Americans to make their own decisions as to who they want to marry or how they should plan a family. Is that right?
That is also correct.
And is there any reason to believe that this illegitimate Supreme Court majority, with members who clearly misrepresented their views before the United States Senate during sworn testimony should now be believed that they're not going after the substantive due process rights that is the subject of this hearing.
Time of the gentleman has expired.